Hey everyone, Pastor Dan here with City on a Hill, and this is a really big weekend in our city. The NFL season has started off, and in addition to that, Georgia Southern has its first home game in Statesboro, and so our town's going nuts. This is like Christmas for many people. In addition to that, what many people do not know is that we are launching City on a Hill this weekend, Sunday morning, 10 a.m. at Bullock Academy, and we would love to have you there with us. This is something that's been on our hearts and minds for years. Over the past year, we began making preparations and planning and gathering people to come alongside this work. And it's been a true delight just to see how God's made this happen. And we want you to witness it. And so for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be talking about what City on a Hill is, what are some of its core doctrines, what sets it apart from other churches, and how is it very similar. In addition to that, we'll be sharing our mission and vision, our values, giving you the opportunity to ask questions and giving us the opportunity to respond to your questions. We would love to have you there with us. We hope you can make it and to bring a friend. 10 a.m. Sunday morning at Bullock Academy. God bless.
The funny thing about a name is you forget what the reason you were playing the game is. And it's all an illusion, a 21st century.
Statesboro is a really unique city. It's a bed and breakfast town to Savannah, and so a lot of people commute every day back and forth to Savannah and Statesboro. It's also the home of Georgia Southern University. Every year, 25,000 students come into Statesboro, and they make it their home for 9 months out of the year. And when you look at the demographics of our town, literally half the city is under the age of 24, 25 years old. Recent survey found that Bullock County, where Statesboro lives inside of, is the most church, or one of the most church counties in all the state of Georgia. And so people often ask us, why are you planting a church in a city where there's over half the town has no jobs, and there's already 300 plus churches? And there's a couple answers to that. First and foremost, just because there's a lot of churches does not mean there's a lot of people attending those churches. In talking with a pastor friend of mine, he believes that some 80% of the city is unchurched or de-churched, disconnected from the church at large. And so planting City on a Hill is really not about adding a steeple to the horizon or adding a church sign to a corner. It's really about seeing people's lives transformed by the power of the gospel. We want to see people come to know and love Jesus. Secondly, the reason we're planting City on a Hill is because we love this town. Jesus says in Matthew 5:14 that you are the light of the world. That you are a city on the hill. And he goes on to talk about how our works and our deeds should be a reflection and should point people towards Jesus. And so our hope and our prayer is that the way we do friendship and the way we handle our money and the way we show compassion would point people to Jesus and entice them to love Jesus and learn more about him. And so for the past year, we've been getting a group of people together of like minds, like hearts, like vision, and we've been preparing to be the church that Jesus has called us to be. And we're now at that point where we want to invite you to come on out to City on the Hill and see what it's all about. And so on September 7th at Bullock Academy, we are going to be having our launch service at 10 a.m. There's something for the whole entire family, for kids, for college students, for singles, for marrieds, for the gray hairs, and those who are very, very wise. We want to invite you to come on out and experience the gospel with us, to hear the good news of Jesus and learn all about what City on a Hill intends to be. We are City on a Hill, and we love this city.